Welcome to the Voice of Football podcast. I'm Jack.
And I'm Matt.
And let's kick it off by getting straight into our predictions from last week for the England games. Spoiler alert, we didn't get any of them right.
No, I feel like I was close though.
Spoiler alert, not sure you were.
Oh, right.
Well, the first one wasn't far away. Let's put it that way.
Get the big book out then.
So,
Let's see.
I said 1-1, and then you said...
This is for Holland, right?
Yeah, for Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah, for Netherlands, England, I said 1-1, and you said 2-1.
All right, so technically both wrong, but both close.
You got the result right, like, sort of. Like
actually, mine was quite far away then. Mine was 2 goals out, yours was 1.
But yours meant that England did win.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then Italy, I said 1-0 to Italy, and you said 2-0 to Italy. And,
oh, I thought I said 2-1 to Italy. Okay.
Obviously,
yeah.
Interesting game. Did you watch the games?
I did. Do I regret watching both of them? Yes, I do.
How much of a waste of time was it?
180 minutes to be exact.
Have you seen that bit in The Simpsons where the old man's trying to get, like, I think he's in a petrol station, and he's like, "You took 2 hours of my life and I want them back."
You took 4 minutes of my life and I want them back. Oh, I'd only waste them anyway.
That's how I feel every time I watch England. I'm like... Yeah.
Oh, it's so demoralising every time you watch them. Because actually... I was like, admittedly, I was actually like, wow, without Harry Kane in the team, you put Jamie Vardy up front,
yeah.
You have Sterling and Lingard either side. The amount of times I was like, oh, yes, go on, bit of pace.
Yeah.
We were like going forwards with the ball. Yeah. And then they got to the box, they're like, don't know what to do here, lads. I haven't ever got this far before, like in an England shirt. And then just passed it backwards again. I was like, no, we came so close. Like the one goal against Holland was just a shitty stop-start free kick bit where the defence was just like, oh yeah, what's happening? Oh, it's a goal. Like we didn't ever actually break them down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just disappointing. More as a football fan, not even an England fan. I feel sorry for anybody that's like from another country that watched that.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, we're going to watch England play. They must be really good. Like they invented this game, and then they're just shit.
I mean, the fans causing fights and stuff and getting in the papers. That was more entertaining than the game, I think. Which slightly probably explains why they lashed out so much. But I'm pretty sure they did that even before the game.
Yeah, I feel like it was just before. I feel like it's a tendency to get drunk before the game, so then it would look more entertaining. You're like, wow, probably. This England game is fucking great.
But maybe that's why. Maybe I've never fully given, these fans that start fights credit, but maybe they do it a little bit because they actually go and watch these games. So maybe you have to start a fight and get drunk to even slightly enjoy it.
Oh my god, Dave, this game is great. And he's like, no, you're just watching a FIFA game on telly. Like, you're a bit confused, mate.
You're watching the 1996 highlights, Dave.
Every time. Focusing on some positives, Jesse Lingard scored. That was nice because he
got his first goal.
He's been playing well. So yeah. I was like happy for him.
I mean, it was one of the worst goals I think I've ever seen.
Well, it wasn't a great goal. I like the way that like Sky Sports were like it's like swept into the far corner, and I was
sweeps it in. I was like, the keeper sort of pushed it in.
It's sort of like if I try and do a volley and it comes off my shin, and I'm like, wow, like, that was amazing, greatest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, Jack volleys it into top corner. It's like
Rooney overhead kick style. That is. So I felt.
Is that your only positive?
Well, I felt happy for him. I thought that it was Pickford in the first game, wasn't it?
It was.
I thought he did okay. He didn't really have anything to do, but he did it okay.
Yeah, I mean, the commentary about his distribution though. I don't know what Glenn Hoddle and Jordan Pickford have got going on, but oh man, like I need a piece of that in my life because he's just obsessed with the man. Every time he just cleared the ball and he's like, oh, what great distribution there, Jordan Pickford. Oh, well picked out there by Jordan Pickford. It's like he's just cleared it, and someone's like, it's in the air for a long time. You have enough time to go and run towards where the ball's going to land. Like, oh god.
My favourite ones are where he makes like a short pass. You just pass it out to he passes it out to a defender, and they're like, that's building from the back, that is. And I'm like, really, guys? That's the standard we've got to.
There are so many times though, to be fair, when he would like well, I say so many times, defence included, when they're like, oh, am I going to just hoof it clear? No, we build from the back. And then they do something really risky, and I'm like, don't you dare do that in a World Cup against like Germany, Spain, Brazil, anyone like in the World Cup.
It's so like pointless as well, right? Because it's like what we were saying, the way they treat the friendlies like different to the actual cup. Is I was like, I really don't think we're going to go to the World Cup and start building from the back.
No.
So why in a friendly is Gareth like, oh, it's all right, lads, don't kick it long? Like, no, if you're playing like Germany or Brazil in the World Cup, I'm like, yeah, you just hoof it, lads. You've got no chance, honestly.
Especially in the games that are going to be like, I don't know, like Slovenia or something, where they sit 10 men. What is building from the back going to do? I feel like I watched Tottenham do that week in, week out against people that sit 10 men behind the ball, and I'm like, can you just have a shot? Like, can we just pass it directly forwards and someone have a shot? Because they're just sitting back. I'm like, they're going to wait for you to do all this tippy-tappy pass in midfield because there's no one there. They're all in defence.
I mean, building from the back is a lot easier when the other team doesn't move past their halfway
Exactly.
line. They just stand there.
Yeah.
Like, it's all right, lads, you can build all you want. Don't worry. You've got time. But yeah, I felt like I liked him in goal better than Hart.
Yeah.
Mostly just because I'm like, I don't trust Hart anymore.
No,
So
I
was
do
like-
feel sorry for Hart because he used to be. I always thought he was just a world-class goalkeeper, but he just always had the element of a mistake.
Yeah.
That
Someone butted
never-
his gloves before every game.
Yeah.
It was like, oh,
That never really like.
slippery.
Yeah, that never really like went away from him. Was that element? And what it was the Iceland game, wasn't it, where he was so like pumped up.
Yeah.
In the tunnel before, and you're like, calm down, Joe. Like, just calm it, mate.
Especially after that performance, I was like, Joe, what were you like hype about? It's like, yeah, I'm really gonna.
Admittedly, if all 11 of them were like, yeah, let's go, I'd be like, okay, yeah, fair play, because then they might actually do something on the pitch. The one person I don't need hyped is the goalkeeper. Like everyone else, I want them to be like, yeah, come on, let's go, let's like start quickly, let's get them, let's go attack. Yeah, the keeper, I don't need him doing that.
I'm so excited, my hands are shaking, I can't grip anything.
Yeah, exactly. You get too much adrenaline. His hand's just there shaking. He's like, I can't catch the ball.
Who else did I think play well? Who else did I think play well?
Chuck, while you think about that, I will say one further point before I completely forget it.
Yes.
Because I have very limited positives, so I feel like I need to get this one out of the way first.
Front load the positive.
Not that I think it worked particularly well, so it's like a half-hearted positive.
Okay, like a neutral.
Yeah. But Southgate's decision to play Walker at right centre-back and then Trippier at right wing-back, I thought was interesting. I'm not sure it had a huge impact in the 2 games, over the 2 games that he played, but I do respect him slightly for trying something different.
Yeah.
But bringing that back to a negative, as I
Right.
like to do, we did say earlier on in the podcast, I really don't want him doing anything weird. I want him set on his system. So if that's him experimenting in a friendly, being like, oh, let's see what this is like. No, can we try it on the training pitch? But if we go into the World Cup and he plays that, I'll take it back in my comments because clearly he is set on playing that way. And to be
Yeah.
fair, both of them did play in that way for both games.
Yeah.
So it would suggest... I really don't like that we're going to go into the World Cup with a back 5. But, you know, that's how it's going to be, innit?
Building from the back, innit?
I don't feel like we have enough good centre-backs to fill up 2, let alone 3. Well, that's why Walker's come in as one of them.
Yeah, I think that's what it goes to show, doesn't it? Is
Yeah.
that you're like... Because I think, as much as, like, to be fair, like, I would agree with you, I think Kyle Walker played well in that role. And it was good, nice to have someone there with a bit of pace in the middle of the pitch. But every time I saw him like chase someone back or whatever, I was like, I would love you running forward.
I was just going to say,
Like-
I think I would have them the other way round. I think Trippier has more of a defensive mentality, and if he gets forwards on the rare occasion, you know he's going to put a good ball in. Whereas Walker, he's got such pace, I'd rather see him going up forwards
Yeah.
and just losing the ball like 10 times. But he's up front with it.
Yeah, because I didn't really understand, like, we played like 5 at the back, but we actually played 5 at the back. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas, like, often when you see, I don't know, you see, like, Chelsea or Tottenham or whoever, like, play 5 at the back.
Oh, yeah, it turns into a 3 and the other 2 are, like, wingers.
They're playing, like, 2, and then the other 2 are like, you don't really have to defend, lads. You guys
Yeah.
can go. And whereas England were like, no, it's all right, we'll just defend. And I was
Actually
like,
playing 5 at the back.
you've got 2 more players who are just stand, like, whoever's on the other side is just stand there being like, oh, he'll come back down this end in a minute. But yeah, so I wasn't like entirely convinced.
No, nor was I. I mean, it seems like a very weird decision, but as I say, it's something different, so I slightly respect him for that because it's nice to see not something boring, I guess. But if that's just him experimenting and he doesn't do that in the World Cup, I'll be a bit annoyed that he wasted these two friendlies playing that system.
You know who I was also quite impressed by? Surprisingly, I feel like.
Oh, let me...
What
Oh,
are you going to guess?
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, this could take a while. What area of the pitch they play in?
Up front, sort of.
Oh. Jamie Vardy?
No.
Oh, Sterling.
Yeah.
You were surprised by Sterling?
I thought he played, like, playing in the middle of the pitch. I was expecting him to be, because when he plays on the wing, whenever I've seen him play for England, he's a bit like a smaller Danny Welbeck. He's like a tiny Bambi on ice.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, he's just skidding about everywhere. Like, I don't know what's happening. Whereas when I watched him, I was like, he was playing in the middle and he sort of stayed in the places where he can do best. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he was never, like, challenging for a header against the centre-back where
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to look like an idiot. But he was like, no, I'm just going to, like, drift about a bit and do my own thing. And I was like, fair play.
That's what I mean. It was really exciting watching some of the counter attacks. You just saw like Vardy, Lingard, and Sterling all just sprint off forwards. It was like watching the red arrows just fly off, and I was like, oh my god, look at that formation, look at the speed, look at them go. And then they just got to the edge of the box, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we've stopped again. That's cool.
I feel like it goes to show though the people like behind them.
Yeah.
Like when you look at like Sterling must be like, oh my god, I had like De Bruyne and David Silva and now I've got like Henderson and Chamberlain and I'm like, please pass it forward.
Oh, just pass it forward.
For God's
Do you know
sake.
what annoyed me so much? Everyone bigs up Lallana so much for his his passing ability. Oh, he loves to pick the ball up and he goes forward. He came on and he had so many chances to pass the ball forwards. Like eventually he did do it, like later on in the game. But when he came on in the Italy one, was it Italy or it was Holland? One of the two he came on. And he picked up the ball and I was like, oh, go on, set Sterling off down the wing, go on, set Vardy through. And he just turned around and gave it back to like Dyer and I was like, pass it forwards, man. What is it in this English culture of just passing it backwards and sideways?
I had the same thing like watching Chamberlain where I was like, you're so good at going forwards with the ball and yet someone's been like, you need to play CDM, mate. And I'm like, oh, for the love of God.
Oh, yeah.
He gives the ball away way more than anyone should who plays in that position. And I just run with it. You're good at running with it. But you're like, no, I've just, he's like, oh, Jordan Henderson's next to me. Let's best not, don't want to make him look bad. So just carry on going sideways.
I feel sorry for someone like Dyer because he has to sit in that position because he was playing when like Henderson and Lallana weren't.
Yeah.
And so he has to win the ball back. And then it's like up to him to sort of initiate the play at times. I was like, that's not really his game so much. He's sort of the guy that can win the ball back and then he gives it to like Ericsson, who then sets it off. But he was the only option in the middle of the pitch at times when he wins the ball back to play it forwards. I was like,
that's sort of like
it
where
doesn't quite work.
Like I liked watching like Lingard and stuff run forward, but I was like, I need you. Like when you watch like David Silva and he's like on the halfway line and he's still really good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I sort of like I'd watched England and I was like, if we can get like into like around their area, we might have a chance here.
Yeah.
But every time it's like, oh, I don't want to go forward. Oh no, I don't want to. Just stay back. And you're like, please.
It's a shame because I feel like they need to find out the way to play. Because with Kane instead of Vardy, I think what they did might have worked because Kane would have just been like, I'm having a shot, lads. I'm out on the edge of the box. I'm just having a shot from there.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Vardy's constantly like, play it in behind. Let me run at them. And when he constantly got the ball and then it just stopped on the edge of the box, no one was like, oh, I'm just going to have a shot here. We're all like, oh, Bill from the back, lads. Let's go backwards again and let's pass it forwards. So I feel like in what they were doing, Kane was missed because he would get the ball and he'd be like, lads, I'm just shooting from here.
Yeah.
Like top goal scorer of the Premier League. I'm shooting. This is my shot. Whereas I feel like, whereas it had the potential, but we just needed somebody that passed the ball forwards, cut open the defence a bit more, and like just set Sterling in behind or Vardy, any one of those three, just to be in behind the defence for once rather than like in front of them.
Yeah.
I
feel like Vardy's like finish just summarised how I would have felt if I was him. I feel like he just got into the box and was like, for fuck's sake, guys, I'm just gonna fucking smash it at the goal because you bellends can't get me the fucking ball. And then you're like, look, I scored, didn't I? Funny that, isn't it? You give me the ball in the box, I scored.
Everyone afterwards is like, oh, such a world class finish from a like good player, and I'm like, It looks like he kind of just hit it hard, and like it just happened to go in the top corner. But yeah, that's fair.
I was just like, oh, can we just do that more, please? Just give someone the ball in the box and tell them to hit it at the goal, and you might be surprised what will happen.
Yeah, there was a couple more chances as well where it might have been good defending / slightly delayed decision making, because sometimes I just looked a bit hesitant just to shoot, and like because there was a couple with I think Vardy when he got the ball and they just nicked the tackle like before he shot, and I was like, mate, just absolutely bang that.
Yeah.
As soon as it comes across, you just hit it. But he kind of was like, oh, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, in the World Cup, that's how it's going to be. Like, that's international football. So, which probably, I hope, maybe where Kane might be better is because he's just like, oh, chance, oh, goal.
Yeah.
Like, so. But
Oh, I mean, for Tottenham, he is.
yeah, not for
We'll see
England.
about the England.
I did say the word hope. I hope he's like that.
I tell you who I was not like. I wasn't angry. I was disappointed. You know, like when your parents like tell you
Yeah.
off and they're like, "Look, son, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed." Was
No one's ever disappointed home and son.
look, son. Was
Ashley Young.
no
Oh, okay, we'll get on to mine then in a
was
second.
Rashford when he played up front.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, Rashford's playing up front, and then I watched it and I was like, oh. Like, I don't even feel like it was his fault. I was just like,
no, yeah.
I'm just sort of
Was
sad.
it the Italy game when he came on? I was just a bit like, oh. Just,
I was like, he's
the
going to
same
do
as you,
something,
just-
and then he just didn't. And I was like, that's fine, don't worry. Like, don't trouble yourself, it's okay. I didn't expect anything.
Yeah, it's just he didn't actually really do anything.
I just feel bad
Bless
for him.
him.
Because every time he gets the ball, I'm like, oh, look, he did something good. And then he's
Yeah.
just there again, just standing.
He's again like he's in that four. If he, like him, Vardy, Lingard, and Sterling, I'm like, yes, quick, direct play, go for it.
Yeah.
And then he just he just falls a bit short really. It's a bit like
I don't understand when Liverpool play, they must have like Henderson, Milner, Chamberlain.
I don't know how they get the ball forward.
who's the one passing it forward? Can we have them? Is it Emre Can? Is he the only one?
I think
like,
generally it's Emre Can. I think Henderson and Lallana just take all the plaudits. They're like, yes, it's me.
Does
and Chan's
Firmino
like,
have to run back to the halfway line, get it, and then run forwards with it and be like, "It's all right, Henderson. Don't trouble yourself, mate." Like, can we have that for England?
I
please?
slightly imagine they just concede and then they kick off and go really quickly and then just score again.
While the other team's still celebrating, run.
Yeah. Because I can't think, because it's not exactly like they sit back and counter, because if they did that, they just concede goals. So I just don't know what they do to get that ball forwards.
You had beef with Ashley Young, though.
Yeah, he's very versatile and like good, because he's just left back and right back and whatever. Just wish he was left back in the dressing room.
Got him.
But I mainly hate him for one little thing he did,
Right.
which was where he got tackled or something, and he was like, "Ow, I'm injured," but he was off the pitch, and then he rolled back on to like stop the play. I was just like, "Oh, for God's sake!" It's so like annoying, and this is coming from a Tottenham fan. I've seen Dele Alli like do annoying shit all the time, but I was just like, "Oh, really? Like it's just a friendly. Do you really have to?" And they didn't see the game out in the end, so it wasn't even worth it because we just conceded the penalty. But I don't really know what he does either. I don't know what he does better than other people can in that position. I suppose he's like our only real choice of left back at the minute is the problem. Even then, I don't think he likes being in that position. Every time I see him in that right position. Like he got down the left wing several times.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, go on, cross it," and he had to cut back on his right because he didn't want to do it on his left.
Yeah.
And then by that point, the ball's gone again. I was like, "Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's just not like create anything then." So yeah, that was my beef with Ashley. Mainly just the bit where he rolled back onto the pitch, which really annoyed me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that's annoying in any game, but in a friendly, like, are we that bothered by like seeing this game out?
Yeah.
In the end, we were.
Speaking of not seeing the game out,
Yeah.
how did you feel about the VARs? Did you get Tottenham flashbacks? You're like, no, Rochdale, it's happening again.
No, Rochdale, Swansea.
After we spoke,
every game.
we spoke. Was it last week about Ryan Mason going and looking through the VAR
Yeah,
system? Now
yeah, we did.
We understand it fully.
Yeah, I
Like,
understand the VAR system
I
now.
could run that system myself.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
This wasn't like fully VAR though, because the ref went over and looked at the screen himself and decided.
Yeah.
Didn't he? which I kind of like more, because I like that you don't give it to some mystery man in a studio somewhere that's like, yeah, it's a penalty. Like, that's a red card. I hate Tottenham. Like, I prefer that the ref goes over and he's like, no, I'm going to make a judgment on this from all the angles possible. I kind of like that more.
Yeah.
And that is easier to see for the fans what's happening.
Yeah.
Because the ref's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, he runs over to just in the middle of, like, off the pitch. And everyone's like, okay, think I can tell what's happening here. Then he's like, doo-doo-doo, with the rectangle. Yeah. And that's easier to understand than when he just stands there and he's like, blah, 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 with his finger in his ear.
Yeah, it would be good if there was, like, I was going to say a complicated decision, but if there was, like, a decision that meant it was, like, a goal or not a goal, it would be good if he went over there anyway. Do you know what I mean? If the ref always ran over and then was like, oh, yeah, I can see that's a penalty. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's not a goal. We're all good.
Yeah.
Because, I know what you mean. It just make it a little bit more like you watched him watch the replay.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you were like, oh, yeah.
You're like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was thinking about it. I think I was thinking about it earlier today, actually, because it was that bit of, like, the camera's following him to go watch the screen that I need to see to be like, this is happening now.
Yeah.
So I feel like if it's going to go off to this mystery man in a studio, I need to see the decision making happening.
Yeah.
Like, I need a camera in the studio for, like, I don't need to see a screen or anything.
Yeah.
But maybe just see a couple of people being like blah 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 and talking, so you know what's going on.
See some people in, like, white lab coats with, like, goggles on, mixing
mixing the chemicals.
mixing chemicals and being like, comes up with a red thing and they're like, foul.
And then, like, you see them, like, inputting it into a data analysis machine, and it's like all simulation foul 10 times out of 10. And you're like, foul.
Some guy doing, like, matrix hacking in the corner.
Yeah, so I feel like I need to see that.
I like that.
What did you think of the actual decision?
Oh, I think it's a penalty all day.
Do you?
Yeah. I can understand
for
why.
What bit? For the guy, I
can understand why if you're an England fan you would think it's not a penalty, but you're just wrong. That's all I'm saying.
But what bit do you think is the penalty? Him Tarkowski, was that who it was?
Yeah.
Standing on his foot.
On a side note, sorry, did you hear the different pronunciations of Tarkowski?
No, I didn't.
So the commentary team, it was so good because was it Martin Tyler is the, like, main guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And Glenn Hoddle.
And then Glenn Hoddle.
Next to him.
So Martin Tyler's always doing, like, he's like got his pronunciations down. Glenn Hoddle is just saying whatever. He's like Tarkowski, Takowowski, Wowkowski, and I'm like, please, Glenn, this poor man has a name. You had, like, 2 days to prepare for this.
Admittedly, I was watching the game, but I was also on my phone and stuff. I wasn't that, like, bothered.
Yeah, and he was like, anyway, so you were saying, was it the foul from him?
Yeah, see, that's where I'm dubious, because not that I fully watched it several times afterwards to have more of an in-depth look, but I thought originally, because he stands on his foot, but to me he's already going down by then, so I'm like, is that a penalty? I mean, it is, but it's not to me at the same time. I more thought it was Kyle Walker. I think came in a bit too, like, heavily, and I thought he took his other leg out.
Right.
Rather than the guy standing on his foot. I thought that, when I watched it again, that was what I kept seeing. Although I do think he goes down before any contact, but I do think Walker comes in and, like, takes his other leg out.
Yeah.
So I thought that was the foul. So I still think it's a penalty, but I don't think it was Tarkowski's foul that did it. I thought it was Walker that actually caused the guy to go over. In the end, he was rolling on the floor because his foot was in pain. But
I mean, that part annoyed me, that he, after the guy stands on his, like, Tarkowski stands on his foot, and then the guy goes down holding his shin and rolling around. I was like, that's a bit annoying. Like, it's the same thing as, like, Ashley Young rolling about on the pitch. I'm like, it's a friendly, like, you don't need to... Yeah, just get on with it.
Yeah.
But for me, I can understand why it would be frustrating, I think, because I think he is going down before he gets his foot stood on. But I can kind of compare it to, you know, like those fouls where, say, like, the ball's coming up in the air and the defender goes to, like, kick it and they don't see the attacking coming and they get ahead of them. And I'm like, it's not really a foul because you're not, like... He doesn't mean to do it. And if you just kick someone's foot up in the air a bit more, it's not like you've ruined their day, broken their leg. They're just like, you just haven't hit the ball, you've hit their foot. And I felt like it was sort of like one of those where I was like, it's not really... He's already going. Like, he's not going to make it through that gap. But it's just because you've made contact with him that now it's a penalty.
See, it's weird you say this, though, because looking back, obviously I can only think of Tottenham examples for this, and there's a very obvious one.
Yeah.
Is Dele Alli against Crystal Palace. there's a bit where he runs into the box and I think he goes to take the ball round Hennessy or something like that.
Yeah.
And Hennessy, well, he clatters him essentially in the end. But before that, you see Dele Alli's like legs start to go as if he's going to like dive over the top of him and win the penalty that way.
Yeah.
But he does, so he's starting to go down. But as he's starting to go down, that's when Hennessy makes the contact. And I think in my position, I might also not have like gone to go down, but I think my body would have naturally gone, oh shit, contact, like it's about to happen, and you look like you're going to go down, but you're not planning to. You're trying to like go whoa, and then the keeper just takes you out. And I feel like everyone's like, oh yeah, this is a penalty, even though he's already going down. Whereas Dele Alli, they're like, oh, he's already going down, dive in.
I think it's more. The only reason I can think it might... I know what you mean. I think the only reason I think it might be different is a little bit of, like, because he literally stands on his foot. It's quite, like...
Yeah.
It's quite, like, a clean contact. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Wayne Hennessy just clatters Dele Alli's legs out of the way.
But, like... Do you know, when you're watching, like, the video of the Dele Alli one, you start to see him come towards the box, and then there is... I know what you mean. There is that moment where you're, like, he's about to get clattered, and he just starts to move as well.
Yeah.
And you're, like, that makes it look like he's going to dive over it.
I'm not saying, just for clarification, I'm not saying he didn't dive. I'm saying
But,
in that position, I can understand somebody going to get out the way of the keeper, looking like he would going to dive, even if you weren't.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think they're similar. I just mean if I was the referee watching the VAR video, the Dele Alli one, I'd be like, this is debatable because it looks more like he's tried to get out of the way or dived, however you frame it.
Yeah, I suppose.
That one is a little bit more like you sort of get distracted, I think, from him looking like he's getting out of the way to being like, well, he has stood on his foot.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like you can't quite get around that. It's the same. That's why I related it to the ones that are up in the air because I'm like. He hasn't really, nothing's happened, but he has kicked him. And like you sort of can't get away from it. So I'm like, I wouldn't want to give a penalty. But if I was a ref, I'd be like, how can I say no to this?
I see what I mean, yeah, because, well, again, in the same situation, what's it? Of course, it's another Tottenham example from me.
He's storing them all up.
It's when we won the penalty against Liverpool, or was like Van Dijk, like kicked Lamella and that's like kicked. It was a bit like a clip.
That's what I mean.
In the back, but like it's so harsh on Van Dijk, but at the same time, it's quite careless because you have to sort of kick somebody in the back. Yeah. So like, yeah, I know what you mean. But I need to see it again because I still don't think. I still wouldn't give it for the Tarkowski bit. I would give it for that Walker clatters into him because again, I think he's going down beforehand, is expecting the contact from Walker, which eventually comes and just takes him out. Admittedly, I think also in time with the Tarkowski standing on his foot. Yeah.
I feel like it would be interesting to see it in the World Cup, though. Like, it'll be... I felt it'll be a different moment. Like, a friendly, everyone was just sort of like, oh, okay, it's a penalty. Yeah. But I feel like if you were, like, 2-1 up against, like, Germany, and they were like, VAR penalty, everyone's going to be like, oh my god, this better be fucking, like... Yeah. He better have literally come in and chopped his legs off.
I feel like that's when I'd need, like, 10 people reviewing that. Well, actually 9, because I need like majority of like people to go, that's a penalty. You know, I need like a 5 and a 4 situation. Because if that happened in the World Cup, I'd be so like, if that knocked us out in like the semi-finals or in the final, that'd be so annoying. Like if we were like 0-0 and that was the like penalty in the 80 whatever minute it was, 88, 89th, it was. I mean, the decision was correct, I guess, so you can't be annoyed by that. But I feel like the ref could easily be like, oh my god, it's cup final, this has happened. He just sort of watches it and goes, oh my god, I'm not fully paying attention, it's a penalty. I
think it's the same thing, though, as we've said before, where because it's VAR, people are like, has to be right. Yeah. And if that ref had just given that as a penalty, everyone would be like, okay. They got a penalty. It's only because it's like, oh, VAR, that people are like, bro, I'm not sure if that's right. It could be wrong. The computers. And you're like, yeah.
I suppose.
It's not the computers, though. It's just a dude watching a screen.
No, but I do want that to be right, though.
But I want the ref to be right as well, but they're not always right. Like...
No, but that's I can understand. If you in the heat of the moment, you're like, that's a penalty, and that's not a penalty. I mean, we've dealt with that for years, and we're like, oh, fuck's sake. But okay, fine. Live with that. Whereas if you go and stand by the TV screen and you watch it from several different angles and still get that wrong, I say wrong in inverted commas because I guess it'll be the difference between an Italy fan and England fan saying that decision's wrong. So yeah, if there's something clear that's wrong with your decision, that will annoy me when you've watched it from several different angles. And I appreciate it. It's just a human and not a machine. But like, yeah, if you're spending that amount of time, get it right. Basically.
Fair enough. Sure.
Or you just go with like, sorry.
No, carry on.
Or you just go with, you go, you know what? Couldn't decide. It's not a penalty. Or, you know, when they do it now without VAR, when they're like, oh, was that a penalty? Was it not a penalty? And because it's so undecided, they go, don't give the penalty.
All right.
It needs to go back to like that. If they keep watching the VAR and they go, I can't tell if he's going down before or whether his foot makes him go down, blah, blah, you just go, no penalty.
Yeah.
To be safer. It's such a weak challenge as well. Like you say, like high kicking ones, I'd rather they just weren't penalties more often than not.
I really like the idea though of the ref going to the VAR thing, coming out and just shrugging and being like, don't know. And then they're like, what decision are you going to give? And he's like, I have no idea, mate. And then all the players are like, penalty then, I guess. And he's like, if you want, I don't really. I have no idea, mate.
But it was like I said in one of the previous podcasts. Again, it was something I'd read. I don't know how true it was, but in the Tottenham Swansea game where Son went on to score, and then they checked the offside thing, and it was like it's so close that VAR can't actually decide. As they were like, yeah, ref's decision's right.
Yeah.
Like, or linesman, sorry, he's right to give that because we just don't know.
Yeah.
I need that bit of like, that's where the human element comes back into it. Where if the ref, I would be happy for him to go, don't know. Like, there needs to be like a hand symbol for like indecisive sort of thing, because he's like inconclusive.
You know how they give like all the fans like a program before the game? Well, they don't give them. You have to buy
they could
them
have
for, like £1 billion.
Yeah.
But like you could give them like a rule book. That would be sweet. Like a massive like it's huge book, and people all you see is like VAR come up on the screen, and then like 80,000 people go flip open their book, and they're like page 81. 82, go back to original. I've got your ref.
You know, like all the old-fashioned like shipping signals where they had the different types of flags, and they used to have huge documents of like what holding this flag at this angle meant, things like that. It'd be like that. It'd be like, oh, what does the ref mean when he has like two arms across each other? Like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Doing like sign language. Shall we move on to a table prediction? Table prediction. Boo, 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 boo.
We need a better theme tune than
You're going to animate something sweet over that?
Yes, I am,
Sweet.
definitely.
Who do you think will get top 4?
Right, so, I mean, I'd say 6 are currently in the race for this, I guess.
It's a very generous statement, but carry on.
Yeah, I mean, technically, you're still in it, I guess. How many games are there? 8, so 8 times 3 is 24. So, you could still do that. Bloody hell, you can only just do that.
Yeah, I think that's why you've been a bit generous, mate. Who are you going for? Well, obviously you're going for Man City to win the title. I'm
not sure about that. Man City to win the title. And then I guess it's sort of between Man United, Liverpool, Tottenham and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I would love Tottenham to get second, obviously.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't actually. That would annoy me that we didn't come first. We've been like third and second the past 2 years.
You can't win, can you?
No.
Literally. Carry on.
Who do I think? I feel like Man United will see it out to second.
Right.
I think Jose Mourinho is struggling, but I think he could do it.
Okay.
And then I think, I don't know, we've got some difficult games, to be fair. We've got Chelsea and City in the next 2 games. I'd like to say Tottenham could overtake Liverpool into third. I can see Liverpool slightly slipping up. But, yeah, so Liverpool, I'll say Tottenham third.
Tottenham third.
And then Liverpool fourth, and Chelsea just missing out.
Okay.
Could Chelsea do it? No. I think Liverpool, Tottenham will chase third so much that will like push each other that Chelsea won't be able to catch up. Depends what actually happens this weekend between Tottenham and Chelsea. I think, to be fair, Because if we lose to Chelsea, then we play City and don't pick up any points there. That's 2 games where we've like just dropped it completely.
5 points between you, aren't there? So you'd be 2 points.
So if Chelsea beat us, there'd be 2 points. And then we've got City the weekend after that.
Yeah.
Although Chelsea are playing Liverpool, I think, also I saw. So that could be, I mean, a draw would be nice. So yes, and then obviously Arsenal in 6th.
Well, I'm not sure I'm worried about Burnley.
This is actually
I don't know why you're
scarily
laughing.
true.
Yeah, well, obviously we get City to win the league.
Yeah.
I'm going Liverpool for 2nd.
Oh, really? Okay. I can
Because,
slightly understand that because I was a bit. I thought Man United could hold on, but I could see them slipping up as well.
yeah, I feel like Man United can slip up a little bit, but I feel like Liverpool, to be fair to them, have been playing really
Do you know
well
what?
recently.
They have actually.
They've been on a really good run, so I can see that carrying on. And then I think Man United 3rd, and Tottenham 4th, and then Chelsea missing out again. I wouldn't put it past Chelsea to win, like at the weekend, but it'll still not get there.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I'd like to think we would be the one of the other 2 teams because we play so like Liverpool that could beat Man City at Wembley.
I just feel
nice
like
atmosphere.
it can't happen again, right? You can't lose to Chelsea and then the whole season goes wrong from there. It's like been too recent.
Yeah, it's very fresh in the memory, that Battle of the Bridge.
So
that was so painful. Not that I ever thought we were ever going to catch up with Leicester that season, but to do it to Chelsea. We haven't won there in 28 years.
Yeah.
And we were 2-0. Well, obviously it was 26 back then. But like we were 2-0 up at like half time, and we just did classic Tottenham and screwed it. So that was more what was annoying, because we were actually in a good place to win there for the first time in a while, and then didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a different story.
So yeah, and then I think Arsenal will finish 6th, which is no surprise to anyone. I think we'll probably put on a decent run. And
I could see you winning the Europa League, It'll be difficult, but I could see you doing it if you really tried. Although it might be when you do worse, to be honest. I feel like you're winning and you're not trying in it.
It depends, like whether Lacazette stays fit or not. I think.
Okay.
I don't think you can win it with just Danny Welbeck, like up front.
What about the Aubameyang?
He can't play in the Europa League.
Yeah, this is true.
So I don't know. I feel like the league will be interesting because we don't really have anything to play for. So I think there's going to be some younger players involved, which will be nice to kind of see them against actual good teams. Because I feel like you only ever see like your under 18 players play against like some like Bulgarian team or something, or like Swindon in the 4th round of the FA Cup, and you're like, oh really?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I don't know. We're in the Europa League next year anyway, so I guess.
Are you?
Yeah, so we fit runners up in the EFL Cup, and Man City won the title. Arsenal haven't really got anything to play for, so there's.
You got a Europa League.
Well,
and if you win that, you get Champions League football again.
Well, yeah, we have something to play in the in the league.
Oh, in the league,
we can't go any lower and lose anything. Like if we go lower, we're still in the Europa League. We can't go any higher, so you just. Like, like when you watch like. I don't know, like Brighton or something play now, and you're like, well, it's just playing, aren't they? Just having a bit of fun, just like get to play some football.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Speaking of,
will get relegated?
I mean, West Brom, surely, right?
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah,
like
West Brom.
bottom.
I think they're already down. They just haven't admitted it yet.
I think people at Crystal Palace, West Ham, I think they can just escape. I think they have enough in them. I mean, saying that, I'd have thought Southampton would as well. So I'm surprised to see them down. I mean, it's very close, to be fair, looking at the table. I mean, there's 4 points between 14th and 19th.
Narrowing your list down a bit, aren't you? He's not going down, he's not going down. We're going to get up to like Everton and Leicester, and you're like, I could go down,
I feel like... I don't know. I think Crystal Palace and West Ham could stay up.
Right.
I think they'll avoid it. I think Southampton could be the shock to go down.
Okay.
And I think Stoke could avoid it somehow. And maybe Huddersfield or Swansea slip in.
Okay, right.
like slip into that position. To be honest, I could see that being Swansea. I feel more than Huddersfield. I don't know why that is.
So you've got
Actually, no. Danny Carvajal, he's probably brought them out of it, so they're on a better run. So I'd say Huddersfield.
So you've got
maybe.
Huddersfield, Southampton, and West Brom to go down.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, I'd like to see Stoke go down.
Yeah, I
But I
think
feel like they
it'll
might
be
not.
West Brom. I think Stoke will go down, and I think West Ham will go down.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I could see West
they're
Ham.
too busy fighting to play football.
That is true, actually. West Ham are like an awful
It's a flipping nightmare.
place.
And I don't think Southampton will go down. I think they've just about got enough. I think Huddersfield and Swansea have been playing decent. Crystal Palace are like the outsiders for me. If I was going to pick
Yeah.
the equivalent of your Southampton, I think I would pick Crystal Palace. Just because I feel like there have been games where they've got really, really close to getting some points.
Yeah.
And then they just have been like, nah, I don't want them. Your boys are.
My boy Zaha's back
Gets
now.
a mention in every podcast.
Every
Should be his
podcast.
publicist, man. Selling shirts for him. This podcast is sponsored by Wilfred Zaha.
Oh, if only.
So yeah, I don't know. I could see, to be fair, I could see Arsenal losing to Stoke at the weekend, and then maybe that would change the predictions a little bit. But we'll wait to see on that one. But yeah, I think I would not be surprised to see West Brom go so far down that they actually lose track of like how far down they've gone, and they go into like the next league down.
Oh, right. What, like to League One?
Yeah, they get like relegated 2 leagues because they're that bad.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, that's like a classic.
Classic.
That's like a classic Aston Villa or any one of those. It's like, oh, they're really good Premier League teams, and they just go
Yeah.
down. It's like, wow, there's just no return.
They go down.
Literally can't get back up.
This is the story. They go down, then they appoint Tony Pulis again, and then he gets
Yeah.
them relegated. And everyone, like when there's like the inauguration for like the Queen,
Yeah.
and they have like parades, everyone has that. They're like, Tony Pulis, get down, put your cap back on and get out.
Put your trackies on.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sure we definitely will be right with all of those.
Yeah, I mean that's not very fun because we've got a whole. It's not like our normal predictions where we have to wait a week. We have to wait like 2 months until we can see
Yeah.
how we've done with those.
Put some bets on now, lads. I think we've gone for the most obvious choices, so put your bets on.
Yeah, I'd go with Jack's rather than mine. Mine's kind of out there. I mean, I thought Tottenham would finish third, so I don't really feel like we'll actually do that, even though I just predicted it.
It's the thought that counts, though.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Musa Dembele might hear it and go, well, if Matt says we can finish third.
I feel like, when the pundits do their, like, our predictions for the week, blah, 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 on
Yeah.
Sky Sports, I feel like that's Letizia, when he's always so positive about Southampton. I feel like that's me with Tottenham. What's it? Rose-tinted goggles or something, isn't it? The expression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shall we get into some predictions for this weekend?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Weekend predictions with Jack and Matt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I'd like the emphasis more on Matt.
No, I hated that bit in particular.
Ah, okay.
That was the worst. Crystal Palace Liverpool is the first game.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I mean, my heart wants Liverpool to lose, always, every single weekend.
Okay.
Even when Henderson and Lallana are playing for England, I'm like, lose.
You specifically.
My boy Zaha.
Your boy Zaha versus your boy Salah.
I like that.
I'm going for 3-1 Liverpool.
Yeah.
Easy
I'll
squeezy.
be different and say 3.
3.
No.
Oh, started with a 3. Brave move.
No, 2.
No 2.
2
no
0
twos.
2 0
Okay.
Liverpool.
Wait, you just said no 2s. How am I going to get to 2 0 Liverpool?
No 2s, 2 0
Okay.
Liverpool.
West Ham, Southampton. Battle of the bottom of the table.
Relegation, yeah. After what we've just spoken about. I can see it being a draw. I'd say 1-1.
1-1, okay. I'm going for 2-1 Southampton.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
It's at West Ham, so there'll probably be some good fights.
Yeah.
Brighton, Leicester.
I don't know about Leicester anymore, really. I feel like they just confuse me every single week I see them play. I could see that being like a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. I'm going to go for 1-0 Leicester.
Okay.
Just make it up as go along. Man U, Swansea.
Our boy, Carvajal.
Yep.
Yeah. Man United 2-1.
2-1. I'll go 2-0 just to be different. Newcastle, Huddersfield.
No thoughts.
No thoughts.
None at all.
I just put a
0-0.
line there. 0-0.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen.
And nothing went on in my brain then.
I'm going for
4-0 Huddersfield.
9. No.
Imagine that on a Super 6.
1-0 Newcastle. I don't know. I like Newcastle. Just pick them really. Watford, Bournemouth. I think Watford will win the game. That's my prediction.
I would have also predicted that. The score is something different.
I'll go 2-1.
2-0. Oh.
2-0. Go for it. West Brom, Burnley. Surely we all know what's happening here. Yeah. What are you going for?
2-0 Burnley.
2-0. I'll go 1-0 just to be different.
Oh, there's a common theme with these ones. Why don't you go first once?
Everton, Man City. I'm going Man City to win, obviously.
Oh, what? What was that one when you go first on?
4-1. Easy.
I'll say 3-0.
3-0.
Be different.
Arsenal, Stoke. I'll go for a 2-0. I almost said 2-1, but I'll be optimistic.
To Arsenal?
I'll be a good Arsenal fan and be an optimistic boy.
Okay, I'm going to say, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Out there prediction for the week.
Yeah.
4-1 Arsenal.
4-1, wow.
I can see it being close, like 2-1 for like a little while.
Yeah.
And then you just smash them towards the end because they're just trying too hard.
Yeah. Always gets you trying too hard. It's a tip for the kids. Don't try too
You don't
hard.
try too hard in life, you'll just get counter-attacked.
I sounded way more sinister
Yeah.
like that. And then the last game, the least important, of course, is Chelsea-Tottenham. No one cares about that.
No one cares about that. I mean, it's on Sky Sports, but who's really going to watch that?
Yeah.
0-0 draw? No.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm scared, Jack. I'll be honest. I don't like the bridge.
Harry Kane
Wayne
could
or
come
Stanford.
back. Definitely not going to play. I love that. It's like a typical manager move where they're like, oh yeah, he's totally fit.
Yeah.
And they're like, just
He's going to come back. Go on, plan all your tactics around Harry Kane. I'm totally not playing Son up front.
You know what, actually, my prediction would be, if Kane plays, I think Tottenham lose. If Kane doesn't play, I think Tottenham win.
I can see us not, like... I could honestly see... Oh, I don't know.
Oh, man.
What
this is the tensest
What I
situation.
feel like will happen will be a 2-1 win to Chelsea.
Okay.
What I think could happen would be a 2-2 draw again.
What could happen and
Yeah.
what will happen.
Well, put 2-1 Chelsea
Okay.
as my prediction because I think that's what will happen. But what could happen is a 2-2 draw. I don't see us coming out with a win,
Okay.
basically.
I'm going to go for 1-1.
Yeah.
I think Morata will score a goal. And
I bet it's shitty Alonso and Lamella.
Lamella.
Like going out there. I was going to say Ericsson and Son, but I bet they just don't do anything. And Lamella's like, goal. So, yeah.
Is that what he does?
In that voice, yeah.
Nice. It's pretty sweet. Okay. Well, you know, that wouldn't be the worst thing.
No, I mean, with my other... No, because I predicted Liverpool to win, so that wouldn't be too good. And Man United to... I say Man United to draw. I've forgotten already.
Yeah, you still need to get fourth, though, so you're only between...
What do you mean? That's the Arsenal mentality. I want second.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that. So
No, we're not.
Just settle yourself,
We'll
please.
see in 2 months' time
Nah.
when we look at our predictions again.
Sit yourself, please. You're getting too big for
Tottenham
your
might be
boots.
first.
You're getting way too big for your boots.
Way too big for your boots.
Cool. Okay, well, we'll be back next week with another episode of the podcast where we can go over the weekend's games and look at our predictions.
Yeah. Be sure to let us know in the comments who you think is going to be in the top 4 or get relegated.
Yes, do. I'd be very interested to hear. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.